Thank you for staying tuned. Unfortunately, we're going to be starting our book review behind schedule, and that's because of the crazy mad traffic that Lagos has been experiencing. But I'm going to dive straight into it. I have my author this morning, the person of Tosin Imogieme, and he has this beautiful book called Pain is a Gift. Pain is a gift. A lot of people, I mean, I've been talking about your book even before you came, and quite a number of people said, how can pain be a gift? So please, can you just take me through why you think pain is really a gift?
Well, you see, everything in life, life is designed in the fabric of pain. One man's pain is another man's gain. For example, when someone dies, that family of the deceased would cry or feel bad about it, but the person who sells the caskets to that family will smile to the bank accounts. He will perhaps go to his family and say, oh, thank God, God has, blessed us and all that. And in several other dimensions, for example, pain is the price you pay for greatness. Bishop T.D. Jakes, one of the renowned pastors in the world, someone once came to him and said, Pastor, I want to be like you. I want to.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay. And then he kneeled down. He said, kneel down. And then he said, God, rain afflictions upon him. And all that. And they're like, why would you curse me? And he said, no, that's what actually birthed everything that I am today. The ingredient of success is painful. For example, now, if you're going to, a seed has to be buried in the ground for it to grow. And that's how life is. Sometimes you're buried in circumstances, pains, afflictions, and all that. But that's actually what brings out the best out of us.
Now, in the chapter 1 of your book, you said that pain is like a compass that gives you direction.
Yeah, of course.
To your struggle or from your struggle. I've forgotten how that was actually written. And I said, there are people, must I go through pain for me to reinvent myself or discover who I truly am?
Yes, you have to. But specifically in that direction, for example, ever since, Nigeria, the NSAS protest has come up and all that, the situation in Nigeria has actually birthed more activists. More people have, come up, and that's because of the pain you're going through. Right. We've all been lackadaisical, passive and all that, but the circumstances of the nation now has made us now very, very tough, and we're now trying to take the bull by the horn. For example, there was a story I told someone recently that was in a friend's house, and he was trying to cook, and an accident happened in his kitchen, so his crate of egg fell down, and then everything got smashed. But there was one that didn't break. There was one that was still thick. And then he picked it up, and then he said, oh, last night I actually bought this egg. I was trying to prepare Indomie. But that's why this particular egg survived. Now, that particular egg went through, a tough experience. And that's what thickened the, inner layer. And that's why it survived. So you see, the circumstances that we go through in life is not meant to actually destroy us or break us, but it helps us discover, develop, and maximize our potential. People who've gone through tough times in life, they actually discover themselves early in life, and they tend to become more resilient when they go through challenges. But people who've had it easy in life, they become soft, weak, and when a tragedy, happens to them, they easily maybe fall into a depression or start contemplating suicide.
Now, I see that because I know that we're so out of time, your book has a lot of life experience.
Yeah.
In either their Bible stories or their, life experiences.
Yeah, that's to be pragmatic, and actually, she was actually even inspired by my own experiences. Because I went through pain, and that's why, who I am today. I often tell people that, you see, when pain struck me, I died to who I was, to give birth to who I'm still becoming, because I'm still in the process. So in other words, pain killed the boy in me in order for the man in me to be released. I went through tough circumstances, and that's how I discovered myself.
What if you would like to just share in summary, what kind of pain did you go through? Because, I mean, going through your book, I was able to relate with some stories, and I was just saying, someone had to tell me, Amina, but there's some pain that you just dwell in, that you call it senseless tragedy.
Yeah.
Whereby you feel pain all your life.
all through. Yeah.
But what kind of pain actually shaping you?
For me, you know, life had been quite easy. My parents went through tough times in their life, and you know, when parents go through tough times, they try to make life easy for their children, and not knowing that what actually makes life easy is that, you know, things that make life the tough, you know, period, the tough circumstances in life. So by making life easy for me, you know, it's kind of killed my own potential. So when I graduated from the University of Lagos, one of the first jobs I got was working as a pot washer and a dishwasher.
Oh, wow.
Despite being a graduate and coming from a comfortable family, and then I will mop floors, and then I will clear garbage, and that was where I discovered myself. That was where I had, you know, a change, a reaction in my life, and ever since then, my life had not remained the same. Now, you know, the scripture says that, you know, even Christ himself learned obedience, or learned humility through the things that he suffered. So sometimes, you know, mopping floors, and when even at that time, you know, my superiors were even not as qualified as I was at the time. And despite the fact that they weren't even qualified as I was, it was really painful. But it actually made me more humble. It made me see life differently.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to continue so much to discuss this. Blame the traffic, really. Don't blame him. But I'm sure we should be able to get this book online.
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. On Facebook, what's your Facebook handle?
Mine,
Instagram?
Tosin Imogeme.
Tosin Imogeme on Facebook.
Yes. Instagram, Twitter.
All across.
Online, yeah.
Fantastic. Hopefully, we should be able to have you back again so that we can delve in and just devour this book,
Yeah,
you know, the more. Thank you very much, Tosin Imogeme. Thank you very much for staying tuned.